The best way to change your mindset is to become the version of you that your vision requires. I'm going to repeat that again. Become the version of you that your vision requires. It sounds simple enough, right? And you probably say, oh, I'm doing that already. I'm already behaving like the person who has the life of my dreams. But if we look deeply enough, we'll see that there's so many ways in which you're still operating with cognitive dissonance. And that just basically means you say you want one thing, but you're acting in a way that is not going to get you that thing, right? Say you want to be a best-selling author, but you're not writing every day. And anybody who has been a good writer will tell you that they formed a writing habit and wrote like 1,000 words a day, right? And I'm speaking to myself as well now. These are things that I'm changing as well. Realizing that if I say I want something, but I'm acting like somebody who doesn't want it, I'm not going to get it, right? And this is, the essence and the heart of the law of attraction, is that when you're able to think in the direction of what you want and align your mindset, you're more likely to get it. But if you want to be rich and you're always thinking about poverty and you're always acting like a poor person, or you're always acting like somebody who doesn't have the priority of being rich, you're not likely to get to your goal. So what becoming the version of you that your vision requires really means is that you need to make sure that your daily choices are now reflecting the lifestyle of the person you want to be, right? I'm going to use myself as an example. I said for the longest time that I want to build a media brand that empowers and inspires women, right? And that I want to use my voice to let women know that they can achieve anything they set their mind to and they can fulfill their highest potential. Very lofty goal, right? Very good goal. And I've been doing my best. But I have resisted becoming an influencer. I wasn't taking pictures like influencers do. I wasn't leveling up my appearance like influencers were. I wasn't showing up in a way that a media influencer will show, because to be honest, it's the tricks of the trade. There's a way people behave when they want a certain lifestyle. There's no harm in it. There's no shame in it. It's okay to be a little vain if at the end of the day you want to use that vanity to build a platform to ensure that people who don't know their worth get to know their worth. People who don't, have any self-love or self-confidence, are doing that. That by you kind of leveling up and becoming your best self, you can encourage other women to become their best selves. So there's no harm in being an influencer, right? But I said I wanted all those things. I wanted the influence so that I could use it for good, but I wasn't doing the things necessary to get that influence. I was hiding in the shadows. I just wanted to wear sweatpants and chill, And there's no way I was going to get the life of my dreams that way, right? It's not about being sentimental or saying, as much as you want to accept yourself, if you want to live the life of your dreams, things are going to need to change. You're going to need to be uncomfortable. I remember watching a TED talk and it was about, switching your identity. And she says everything you want is on the other side of an identity switch. And she talked about how we take on identities that our parents give to us, that our family members give to us. Like people have all these expectations of us as children, and we just end up claiming for ourselves an identity that is not really ours to begin with. And unconsciously we move around with other people's beliefs, other people's identity, and of course you're replicating their results. And she asked, if it didn't work for the people who went before you, if you don't like the life of the people whose identity you've taken on, why would you keep doing that to yourself? Why would you keep holding on to that identity? And I felt like I was dragged by my edges. And I watched another video by a YouTuber where she says, you want to be an influencer, but you're not doing what influencers do. Make it make sense, So I just want you to really examine your daily choices. If you continue to behave the way you're behaving now, are you really going to get the life of your dreams, or is it going to push you further from the life of your dreams? That's just it. If you say you want something, your behavior has to align. We go around chasing things. We're chasing money. We're chasing relationships. We want to be in the best rooms. But honestly, you really just need to get in alignment with who you say you want to be, and you will attract those things. There was this very popular affirmation on TikTok a while ago, and it went, I don't chase, I attract. What's meant for me will always find its way to me. And you attract by becoming the version of you that your vision requires. If there's a certain kind of friend you want to have, some certain kind of relationships, right? You need to ask yourself, am I currently the kind of person who would add value in those settings, in those circumstances? If there's a way you want to look, right? I'm gonna go there, right? Because a lot of us are on diets and we're talking about fitness and all of that, but you want to eat pizza every night, or you want to sleep only 4 hours. Like, it's not gonna happen. So, and this is something that that Oprah calls getting in flow. Don't resist the flow of life. Get in alignment. She talks about how she's living in God's vision for her, and what that means basically is that you get a vision of your highest self, and you find a way to align your behavior with that person, because eventually you're going to get there. And if you listen to anybody who's been successful, they'll tell you that they didn't get the blessings and then start behaving that way. They started behaving like somebody who had those blessings or who wanted those blessings, and then the blessings came. So you need to get really clear on the life of your dreams, and you need to ask yourself, right? This is not me subbing you. This is something I'm dealing with on my own as well. I mean, yesterday I was going to go to bed. I should have written my scripts for YouTube, but I didn't write them, and I didn't feel like writing them, and I was going to go to sleep and say, I'll do it tomorrow. But I've been saying I'll do it tomorrow for the past 2 days, and I didn't do it. And yesterday night at 10 p.m. when I was about to go to bed again, I asked myself, Dajola, for real? Like, that you have to put out a video. This is part of your goals. This is part of the things that you want to be doing. But here you are now, you haven't achieved your goal for the day, and you want to go to sleep. If you keep doing this, are you going to get the life of your dreams? It was a frank conversation I had with myself, and was the answer? No. So you know what I did? I sat my butt down and I wrote out my scripts, and I was able to wake up this morning and I had a better handle on my day, and I was able to hit the ground running. And more than anything, it told my mind that no longer are we going to make excuses. We have a goal, and we're going to achieve that goal, and we're going to behave like we want to achieve that goal. I think the most powerful thing that happens when you throw away your excuses and when you up-level your behavior is that your brain starts to realize, this person is actually serious. And opportunities that you couldn't get before, they begin to come because you were not serious. Yeah, you said you wanted it, but you were not acting like you wanted it. So your mind knows when you're serious and when you're not serious. And the more you make your excuses, the more you procrastinate, the more you shift it to the next day and to the next day. Your mind is like, yeah, she's not ready yet, let's chill. But the minute you get serious and you start to behave like who you want to be, you'll be surprised at the people you meet, at the doors that are open for you, at the opportunities that come your way. So basically, this is something I'm doing, and to be honest, I've already seen the results of it. I'm already seeing the benefits of it, of switching my identity. It's time to let go of what people told you should be and who people told you should be. Release yourself from the agreements you've made with your parents, the unspoken agreements. I'm reading this book. It's called Calling in the One. And she talks about how we make unspoken agreements throughout our lives that are just like these narratives running underneath that are controlling our behavior. We don't even know it. Say your father did something and you just made a promise that you were never going to trust a man anymore. Or your mom did something and you promised yourself that you were never going to be weak anymore. These are agreements that you need to let go of and figure out, who do you want to be? What kind of life do you want to live? Your parents had their chance, and it's not fair for your life to be affected by their mistakes. They were human beings. We're not judging them here. We're not blaming them. Nobody has time to sit down and be blaming parents. We're grown-ups. We get therapy, we move on. But they had their chance. Your father had his chance. Your mother had her chance. Whatever happened to them, whatever was wrong with them, it's not your fault. It wasn't your wrong to fix. It wasn't your responsibility to fix that. It's time for you to take back your own life now and ask yourself, who are you? Who do you want to be? How does that person behave? Forget about, the beliefs that have been put upon you by culture, by other people's experiences. Have your own experiences. Decide for yourself. So sit and ask yourself, what kind of life do you want, and how can you start behaving today? Because if you start behaving that way today, it doesn't happen overnight. You need to still build a new neural pathway. You've been acting in the wrong way for years, so you're going to have to act in the right way for a decent amount of time. But you feel this alignment on the inside, right? You know that you're in alignment and that you are heading there. You're not telling your brain you want one thing and then acting in a different way. So let's fix this, right? This is the only life hack you need. I promise you. If you can do this, you don't need any other life hack. If you can do this, just get in alignment with what you say you want and start to behave that way, and you'll be amazed at how your life will change. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If this is kind of content you enjoy, please subscribe, share, like, comment, and thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.